Hi everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. And today I have another option for your Thanksgiving feast, your holiday feast, or anytime you want a delicious side dish to go along with your dinner. Today we're gonna make this simple 4-ingredient scalloped corn casserole that is a favorite of Rick's family, especially his dad. I can't wait to show you how this all comes together. Okay, I hope you're ready. Today we are going seriously old school with an autumn harvest. Today we are going to make a 4-ingredient scalloped corn casserole that is a true throwback and perfect for our really retro holiday. This is also one of Rick's dad's very favorite Thanksgiving side dishes. We actually did contact his mom to get specific instructions on how to make this, and there were no measurements, and so I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm gonna do my best, okay? She said, we're gonna use some cream corn, so I have a couple of cans of cream corn. I have approximately a half a cup of sugar. I have 1 stick of melted butter and 2 sleeves of saltine crackers that I have crushed. I also have some salt and some pepper. Those don't count as ingredients in my book because those are to taste for you. So I have approximately a teaspoon of each in there. So we're just gonna start winging this. What I was told to do was butter a casserole dish. So now this is a small casserole dish. We're gonna have this, we're just the 4 of us for dinner tonight. This would be appropriate in an 8-inch square pan. I'm gonna put 1 can of cream corn, and I'm just gonna spread that evenly down there. I was told to sprinkle some saltine crackers on top of this, some melted butter. We're gonna put about half of this melted butter, so 4 tablespoons or so. We're just going to put it even. Now remember, as this bakes, it's all gonna get blended together on its own, so don't even worry about it. That looks good to me. And then we're gonna take about half of this sugar, maybe not that much, because that seems like a lot to me, but we're gonna make it work. Then we're going to take some salt and pepper. I'm going to mix my salt and pepper together, and I'm just going to sprinkle it because this is a sweet and savory kind of thing that's going to be great on your Thanksgiving table. This is great with pork chops or really throughout the year with anything you want to make it with, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take this other can of corn. It smells pretty good, I can't lie. And then we're going to go in with the cracker crumbs again. So this is actually going to end up being the top of our casserole. So I'm probably going to go a little heavier with the saltines on the top so I can make sure that everything is nice and covered, because then you get a nice crispy top. And then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle the sugar on the top. So I haven't used but 1/4 cup of sugar, honestly. About 2 tablespoons in the middle and maybe even less on the top, because it's not dessert. And then I'm going to take the rest of my melted butter, and I'm going to use the spoon because, and this is a little different from many scalloped corn or corn casserole or corn pudding recipes I have seen that require eggs. This has no eggs. I was very surprised. I actually kind of did a double take. So there's no eggs in here. So, and that's it. Now, that's how much. We've got about a half a cup of cracker crumbs left. I don't want to put them in there, but because I don't want to overpower it with cracker crumbs, because at some point there's not going to be enough moisture in there to be absorbed by the crackers, and there's going to be dry spots, so I don't want to do that. This is how much sugar I have left after I told you to use a half a cup. About 1/4 cup. I used all the butter, and I probably used a half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. You don't have to worry about writing the recipe down, because I will make sure and post proper measurements for what I use here on my website. Now, if you use more cans of corn, obviously you're going to want to increase the amount of butter, sugar, and crackers in your casserole. And if you have a big crowd coming for Thanksgiving, you could probably make this in advance by a couple of days and stick it in your fridge, and then you would just have it ready. You could bring it to room temperature on your counter, pop it in the oven when the turkey's done, and you're ahead of the game that way. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it on a baking sheet just because that makes it a little easier to get in and out of the oven. And we're going to bake this at 350 degrees casserole this size, I'm gonna leave it in there for 30 minutes and then I'm gonna check it. If it needs more time, I'm gonna give it more time and I'm gonna let you know how much time that is. We're gonna bake this for 30 minutes and when it comes out of the oven, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like. Our scalloped corn has been out of the oven for about a half an hour. You guys know I like to let everything kind of maintain a little while before we dig in because I don't want anybody burning their mouth. So this did bake for a half an hour and then I checked it and it wasn't quite what I wanted on the top, so I let it go for another 15 minutes. So this baked for a total of 45 minutes and I did add a couple of pats of butter on the top extra because there were some dry spots of cracker that didn't get buttered and I wanted everything to have a nice buttery topping. Alternatively to the saltines that I used, you can feel free to use any type of butter cracker that you like, and that's going to impart a delicious buttery flavor. We're going to dig in on camera right now. There were no eggs in this casserole, and that was one of my main concerns, was that it would be too runny, but it doesn't look runny. And now it's time to give it a taste.
I have to.
I'm very interested to see what you think because this is his family recipe. You like it?
That's it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
So I got it right.
It's really good.
Okay, so Mom was right. That was really good.
Isn't that good?
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I used just the right amount of sugar.
Yeah.
That is not too sweet. 1/4 cup of sugar is perfect. And there's just enough salt. That is really delicious.
Perfect. It is
That's
really,
really delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I like that. Wow.
And that's your favorite too?
I really like that. Very, very good. So that's how you make scalloped corn casserole, Lambert style. I hope that you give this a try sometime soon and I hope you love it. I'll be sure and put all the measurements for the ingredients that I used in this casserole today on my website. You'll be able to download it and print it out for yourself. And I hope if you do try it, I hope that you love it. And until next time, happy Thanksgiving.